On August 27, 1966, the federal police took control of the case, expanding the investigation across 4 states. At the same time, military intelligence agencies launched their own inquiry, probing a possible connection to an explosion at Adafona Beach months earlier. Chief Jose traveled to Campos, determined to uncover details about Miguel and Manuel's past, while Elcio Gomez, an acquaintance of the two men, was arrested and brought to Nitero for questioning. Elcio had previously joined Miguel and Manuel in an experiment on Adafona Beach. During interrogation, Elcio revealed that the victims were deeply involved in studying the supernatural. According to him, they had a peculiar habit, ingesting homemade drugs and capsules, substances they believed would enhance their ability to communicate with the spirit world. On August 31, 1966, an unexpected turn of events unfolded. Without Elcio's knowledge, a lawyer filed a habeas corpus on his behalf, prompting the police to order his release. The following day, September 1st, Chief Jose was promoted and stepped away from the case. His successor, Jose Silva, was set to take over at a later date. In the meantime, the investigation fell into the hands of Officer Idavam, the very man who had brought Elcio to Nitero for questioning. As the inquiry continued, Elcio provided an alibi for the afternoon of August 17th. He produced a receipt from an auto store in Campos, nearly 400 kilometers from Nitero, proving he had been there on the day Miguel and Manuel died. Later that evening, at the presumed time of their deaths, neighbors recalled seeing him outside his house, working on his car. Determined to gather more information, Herval later visited the coroner's office in Nitero to collect the death certificates. The document confirmed what many had feared. Due to the advanced state of decomposition, the cause of death could not be determined. But another revelation cast further doubt on the investigation. The first autopsy report contained a glaring inconsistency. The name of Specialist Sebastio had been erased and replaced with that of Gianni. This alteration sparked speculation that Sebastio may have disagreed with the official findings and had his name removed from the report. As the investigation deepened, Elcio provided a startling testimony. He claimed that Miguel and Manuel had masterminded the Adafona explosion, while he had merely been an observer. However, inconsistencies soon emerged. At first, Elcio stated that they had traveled in Miguel's car, but later, he changed his story, insisting they had used his own vehicle because Miguel's was out of service. Then came a contradiction. Valder, a colleague of Miguel and Manuel, painted a different picture. According to Valder, it was Elcio who had invited them to witness a supernatural event at Adafona, offering few details about what they were about to see. That night, they drove 40 kilometers in under an hour. Upon arrival, Elcio went ahead while the others waited. Just 10 minutes later, he returned in a state of panic. At that moment, a massive red-purple light descended over the water. Something about it terrified Elcio. He hurried them into the car as if sensing imminent danger. Valder recalled a strong sulfuric smell lingering in the air, but notably, he heard no explosion. As the investigation unfolded, Valder revealed yet another layer to the mystery. Elcio was a devoted spiritualist, claiming to channel spirits. Sometimes he spoke as Dr. Paulo, other times as Dr. Samuel. His influence over Miguel and Manuel was undeniable. They often turned to him for spiritual guidance, trusting his words without question. Miguel, who suffered from asthma, and Manuel, plagued by chronic diarrhea, relied on Elcio's advice, believing he held the key to their well-being, both physical and spiritual. The 4 men, Miguel, Manuel, Valder, and Elcio, regularly gathered at Miguel's shop for lengthy spiritual sessions. While Miguel and Elcio were passionate believers, Manuel remained skeptical. But something changed in the days leading up to August 17th. Manuel remarked, "I'm going to witness a final experiment." As the investigation deepened, police uncovered a startling pattern. Miguel and Manuel had conducted similar experiments in multiple cities. Their activities had even drawn the attention of the military, raising security concerns. Manuel's wife, Nelly, provided another crucial detail. She confirmed that both men had taken part in the Adafona experiment. The day before traveling to Nitera, they had crafted the lead masks themselves, fashioning them from a lead pipe. A search of Manuel's house revealed more evidence. Police found cut-out lead fragments that perfectly matched the nose holes of the masks, along with additional lead masks stored at their shop. Then, there was the instruction note. The handwriting belonged to Miguel, but something felt off. The phrasing, particularly the mention of ingest in capsules, seemed unusual for him. It suggested he may have been following dictated instructions, possibly from someone with medical knowledge. The Army's Engineering Institute conducted a thorough analysis of the lead masks, confirming they contained no traces of radioactive material. The test had been requested due to the mysterious nature of Miguel and Manuel's experiment, but it offered no new leads. Meanwhile, the suicide pact theory was dismissed early in the investigation. Several inconsistencies made it unlikely. There was no clear motive, and then there was the water bottle receipt. If they never intended to return, why would they have bothered asking for a refund? Another possibility gained traction. A scientific experiment gone wrong. As police retraced Miguel and Manuel's journey, they uncovered a 21-minute gap in their travel time, an unexplained window before they arrived at Fluskalp. Investigators speculated that they may have made a secret stop, possibly to meet someone. One location along their route drew attention, a spiritualist center known as Sepe. Suspicion lingered, but no concrete proof ever emerged. As the investigation pressed on, a new witness came forward with an intriguing account. On the evening of August 17th, just as darkness began to settle, she recalled seeing a jeep heading up Vintum Hill. Inside were 5 men, Miguel and Manuel, perhaps, but who were the others? Police launched a search for the woman, hoping her testimony would unlock new clues. Meanwhile, investigators managed to decode one of the cryptic notes found at the scene. It contained electronic valve codes for analog televisions. When confronted, Elcio admitted he had requested the parts, confirming their technical nature, but offering little explanation beyond that. Then came another dead end. A new contradiction emerged, this time concerning Miguel's wristwatch. His family was adamant it had been left at home, but police claimed otherwise, insisting they had found one on his body. Witnesses recalled seeing Miguel at the bar before heading up the hill, frequently checking his watch, as if he were in a hurry. Then, a chilling parallel surfaced. A local resident told police of an eerily similar case from 1962. A TV technician named Hermes, who had supposedly worked alongside a Frenchman, was found dead at the top of Cruzeiro Hill, another peak in Niterói. The most unsettling detail? A lead mask lay beside his body. The link remained unverified, and no official records of the earlier case could be found. Yet the similarities were impossible to ignore. Police traced the men's movements in the days leading up to their deaths. On August 15th, Miguel and Manuel had taken the same bus route to Niterói, but were forced to return to Campos when Manuel suddenly fell ill. Then, on August 17th, at the exact same bus stop, Manuel became sick again. This time, however, he pressed on. The long-awaited toxicology report was released, but something was wrong. Reporters soon uncovered that the victim's organs had been discarded before any tests were conducted. The report was, in all likelihood, a forgery. Officer Idavam made a grim admission. He had been pressured to close the case. Higher authorities had intervened, and there was nothing he could do. In 1967, dissatisfied with the investigation's inconclusive findings, the Justice Department ordered an exhumation. On August 25th, forensic expert Sebastio examined the remains, only to make a troubling discovery. The bodies had been excessively embalmed with formaldehyde, rendering toxicology tests impossible. Formaldehyde, a colorless, flammable gas, is commonly used in manufacturing, household products, and as a preservative in medical and funeral industries. But its presence in this case raised more questions than answers. If Miguel and Manuel had been working with radio transmissions, or even conducting a spiritual experiment, how did formaldehyde factor in? Was it a crucial element of their work, or part of a larger cover-up. By early 1968, tissue and bone samples from the exhumation were sent to the Institute of Atomic Energy in Sao Paulo for further analysis. The results were lost in the mail, delaying the investigation. When the report finally arrived, local forensic experts struggled to make sense of it. With the help of atomic specialists, they eventually confirmed that all measured elements were within normal ranges, offering no new clues. Then, in September 1968, a startling new development reignited speculation. Photographer Ari captured an image of a bright, silver object hovering over Vintom Hill. The mysterious craft remained motionless for minutes before suddenly speeding away. Many locals also reported seeing an unusual light in the sky that night. Was it merely a coincidence? Or did it hint at something far more extraordinary?